This is going to be a quick and easy walkthrough of Expression Web. I'm just going to show you where some of the buttons are and a lot of the folders that you guys will be working with. So once you come in, just go to File, New, HTML, and that'll make a new page for you. And if you're using Expression Web or Dreamweaver, it'll probably be pretty similar. They'll give you a setup with head, body, and kind of start your page for you a little bit. So this is looking at the split screen view. If you wanted to change your view, you can probably go to View, Page, and then Design will show you just the output of what it's going to look like visually when it's live online. Split is the one that I tend to use because that gives you a little preview of what it's going to look like. Let me do heading. And you'll notice that it will pop up code for you with end tags. Once you start typing in the beginning tags, you'll say Sarah's page, and then I'm going to do a paragraph. And then go ahead and save it. And I will just do practice. Your book will show you how to make folders later. But basically, this is my page over here that you're looking at, and it'll show you all of your file folders. But let me go back to code view real quick. I just wanted to show you what the split would do. And then code view is going to be just code, kind of like if you're working in Notepad or TextEdit on a Mac. So that is what you're going to be looking at there. So use whatever is most comfortable for you. As long as you're inputting code, you'll be fine. So over here is where I've organized my book exercises that I've done so far. So let's look at Lounge. The book's really good about showing the information architecture structure of how the pages will need to be nested so they can pull what they need from like images or other links. So let me look at this Lounge file. And this is what we're working with so far. A good habit to get into is checking it in a browser, which is this little button up here that has a magnifying glass and I guess a tiny globe. I had to add Chrome to my preview pane just because I'm using an old version of Microsoft Expression Web. I can show you how to do that once we get to that point. I think it's in chapter 7 or 8 that we'll need to do that. But basically you can go to Firefox and see what your page will look like in Firefox. And I don't know why mine's not going right now. It'll give you a little preview of this is what someone who is using this browser will see with your page. So sometimes you'll see that it doesn't match across the way, and like I said yesterday, mentioning briefly that Chrome is the most robust and most up-to-date one, so that might show the newer programming things that IE is going to be lagging behind because it's not as widely used. What else did I want to show you? You'll notice that I've got a couple different files open right here. You can edit a bunch at once, like say I want to work on my Lounge HTML file and the CSS file. Say I make a change to the line height. That will affect both my Lounge CSS and HTML, so I can either hit save for this one file. This little star right here says that it needs to be saved to take place, or you can hit save all with this little stack of floppy disks from the 80s and 90s, and that'll save all of them together. So this is a new one, so I don't need to save that. So if I make a change to that, this one will be a little bit different, and you can see that the text is a lot more gappy than it was before. So that's mainly it for getting started. I mean, it's kind of like Photoshop where you don't need to really worry about all this other stuff over here or here yet. Once we get deeper into the book, we'll start looking at things like style sheets and things. But for right now, you don't really need to know that stuff yet. So that is a quick and dirty getting started guide for how your HTML editor will work and how you can preview it in your browser panes. So let me know if you have any questions. Dreamweaver will be pretty similar to this. And I'll be around if you get stuck on anything or aren't sure where things need to go. Okay? Good luck.